Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 3 of the NFL.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Davis now. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Davis, hit as he throws there, incomplete. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. But you look at this Bronco defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Down to the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Oilers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Davis. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Here's Weber. There he goes, left side. Still going. They can't stop him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his off-season working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And they'll run it here with Adams. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Oilers are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Davis escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. A run for Weber. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Davis on 3rd down. Pressure comes and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And now out comes Houston.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there is never a doubt.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Adams, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Throwing on 2nd and long. Davis under pressure. They got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Weber, and he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Adams
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
And quickly, they get to the line. Once more, Adams on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A chance to really cap off a big first. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Oilers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Davis from the gun on third down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Curtis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we've come to halftime after a very
no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
On fourth down, Herbert. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Oilers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Looking to throw. Davis. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Back to throw. Davis. Ball had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
Harris returning.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
Houston set to take over. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 66 yards.
And the Oilers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll run again here with Weber. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Looking to throw. Davis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Back to throw. Davis. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Back to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Davis. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. On the move to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Herbert now. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his target, Harris. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Up the middle they go. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Davis.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again. Davis. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Davis. Pushing through the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Davis now on 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Back to throw. Davis under pressure, and they got to him again.
2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but well, we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Adams. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, it's Adams. And he'll go down at the 28. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st down, this is Adams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Now, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Houston, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, it's kind of...
There he goes, right side. He's to the 15, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off-play action. Wilson. And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even, but it's second down. They go play action now. Wilson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Broncos. Anthony Schwartz. 67 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Each Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. Tua now on first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Wilson snags it left side. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. No-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Again, it's Achane.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This defense for the Broncos, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Steps away. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
2nd and 10.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. They go play action with Wilson, rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Broncos at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
A gain there of 21 yards.
The leading rusher in NCAA history from Youngstown State. Here's Jaleel McLaughlin.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
On the handoff, McLaughlin.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
The give is to McLaughlin.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
2nd down and 8. On the ground, here's McLaughlin.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Jaleel McLaughlin, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
That's returnable now for Smith.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now Wilson on 1st down, rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out again, and there's the burner, Anthony Schwartz.
We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On the move to his left. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because...
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 61 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
McLaughlin is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Jake Bailey now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here's Smith to return it. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's McLaughlin.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Jaleel McLaughlin
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From his end zone, Wilson. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Tua now on first down.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
2nd and 7.
Tua to throw again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Micah Parsons
able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield. At the 48-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On first down, Wilson out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
A carry from McLaughlin. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And now they're in the hurry up. On second down now, it's McLaughlin able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
3rd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Jaleel McLaughlin
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On first down, Tagovailoa. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
A tackle made there by Caden Stearns. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On second down, it's Brooks. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there.
Patrick Surtain, the all-pro corner, up to make the tackle. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson rolling to his left.
He'll air this one out for Mims. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Back now in Miami. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass, Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run, Achane.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Tua going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to.
It got his man complete. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Miami set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Now Tua. Caught by Wilson.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 80 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that one complete to Hodgins. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins.
41 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's McLaughlin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Mostert.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Broncos, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.